So a few months ago, my friends and I decided it was finally time to start that band we'd been talking about since high school. You know the type, none of us could actually play an instrument, but we all owned at least one plaid shirt, so we figured we were halfway there. Our drummer, Kevin, insisted he had natural rhythm because he could clap along to the Friends theme song, and I was slated to be the lead singer since I'm the only one who isn't tone deaf, I'm just tone uncertain. We even came up with a name, the Ampersands. Yes, with a hyphen. We're edgy like that. The night of our first practice, my parents let us use their garage, as long as we promised to keep it down and not wake the neighbor's iguana. Long story. We set up all the gear we could borrow from various cousins and Craigslist. Our bassist, Dan, brought an amp so big it had its own zip code, and our guitarist, Jen, showed up with a pedal board that looked like she was planning to launch a space shuttle. I was feeling pretty good about our chances, until Kevin asked, "Hey, how do you actually plug in a microphone?" That's when I realized none of us had any idea what we were doing. Undeterred, we started the mic check. That's when the trouble began. The second Jen strummed a chord and I said, "Check, check, 1, 2, the speakers let out a screech so loud that the family goldfish did a barrel roll in his bowl. Kevin, thinking he could fix it, started twisting every knob labeled gain or bass boost, which only made the feedback louder and more aggressive, like the amps themselves were screaming at us to quit. In the chaos, Dan tried to lower the volume but instead unplugged his bass, which somehow turned the whole setup into a small radio station broadcasting static and our panicked shouts to every AM radio within a 3-mile radius. After 20 minutes of this, we gave up on practice and decided to just record whatever weird noises came out and call it experimental. We only managed to play one song, if you can even call 30 seconds of shrieking feedback and desperate microphone yelling a song. It was so bad even the neighbor's iguana filed a noise complaint. And that's how our first and last song, Feedback Loop, became the only track in history to get an encore before it was even over, because the sound just kept coming back around whether we liked it or not.